Dear Platinum Diary, Day 5, 24/02/2025. So, the first thing you're probably wondering, did I miss a few episodes? Did we skip to the 24th? Well, no, I actually got to go home this weekend, which made a certain Helly very happy. So, we took the chance, got on a live stream, and we got 2 trophies in Borderlands, which you can see in this video right here. So, we're going to start this entry with 348 backlog trophies. And today I'm teaming up with my pal Robbie to get some trophies in Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. So I do want to talk a little bit about this game really quick because I know it was not a huge success, but I want to give my opinion on the game and talk about what it did wrong and what it did right. Now, we do have to talk about the wrongs before the rights because there are a few. The first major mistake this game was doing was setting it in the Arkhamverse, trying to piggyback it off of the Batman Arkham trilogy. It was a huge mistake. I think it gave people an unrealistic expectation of gameplay. And the way the story goes, I feel like it does spit in the face of the ending of Arkham Knight. You know, he does the whole scarecrow toxin at the end of Arkham Knight, and he's become a different level of Batman. He revealed himself as Bruce Wayne, all that kind of stuff, just to be then like, fast forward, he just came back as Batman and was like, hey, Superman's my friend, and all this kind of stuff. And it just felt like a huge character development that we don't see, which is a bit meh. And then we've got to go on about the story altogether. So, I'm sorry, but you'll never convince me in a million years that the Suicide Squad will beat any member of the Justice League. You got to also remember the Justice League is evil now, so none of them are pulling their punches anymore. I mean, okay, so they're making their plans on how to stop Superman. They're in the same city. Superman can hear all around the world. The mention they even think or hear Lex or Gold and Kryptonite, boom, he busts through that door, he snaps their necks. Be over in 10 seconds. So there's no way you could tell me this was the right direction to go with the story. Personally, more like Suicide Squad taking on like a Grodd invasion would have seemed more realistic. Something more lower level. I mean, we had our Easter egg at the end of Batman Arkham Origins, so if you really had to piggyback off Arkham, maybe something between Origins and Arkham Asylum could have been really interesting. You know, maybe it'd be a bit too early for Harley Quinn, but Harley Quinn didn't have to be in it. Just because she's in the movies and stuff doesn't mean she necessarily had to be in it. There's a whole roster of people they could have picked from. But it feels like half of them are piggybacked off of Batman villains, even though one of them gets a complete character retcon of being from like different races and stuff, and that didn't even make sense in my head of why they went that route. I mean, it would have been that difficult to just make it Deathstroke or something. I don't know. I really don't know where they were going with that. But what I do think they got right was how good it looks. I think the character models are great, and I think the graphics in it, and I do generally think it's a really beautiful, good-looking game. Gameplay wise, for the most part, I do actually like how the game plays. I love the fact it's co-op. I feel like, you can take a 4 out of 10 game like this, mix it with decent co-op, it does bump up to like a 6 or 7 out of 10. But the only problem with this is the variation. So the variation of the gameplay is, it's all the same. Shoot a target, wait for the next round, move on, shoot a target. And then, okay, there's side quests, but the side quests had no consequence or they had no meaning. Some of the side content in the Batman trilogy is some of the best plots in the series. I personally like, the build up of Riddler, chasing Deadshot, Hush. Some of the post content in Arkham Knight had great plot. The end of Freeze, all that kind of stuff. And here you just shoot, get a gun. Next one, shoot some stuff, get a gun, and it just all feels lackluster. And I really just think it was the integration of making it live service that took the time away from all the build up of what it should have been. So that's my hot take. So let's see where we go. We have just defeated Superman. and we're in the final act to defeat the first Brainiac. Yes, this might make sense later on, kind of. Um, I don't really know how to give this any more depth, but again, we went around, we shot some things, then we ended up in this other dimension where Brainiac has control of another Flash or his data or something. Feel free to drop in the comments if I'm missing anything from that lore, because I didn't quite get this, or if I'm being honest, probably just lost interest in the story because it just all just seemed a bit bleh. But we get our trophy, and that finished the main story, if you want to call that an ending. But it brings us down to 347 trophies. So I believe the next part is we now have to travel the multiverse and hunt down the last 12 Brainiacs because there's 13 Brainiacs and they're all Neuralinked or something. So we got to defeat all 13. And this is how they shoehorned in the live service part of it. I don't even know if we get to kill all 12 or if it was like one per season because I know now it's been stopped at season 3. But we'll see how these 3 seasons play out, see if we can get some of these other trophies. But we'll definitely be exploring that next time in the Platinum Diaries. But thank you everyone for listening to my little Suicide Squad rant there. If you want to check in and see how we continue our progress to try and get down to 250 unearned trophies, like, subscribe, turn on the notification button, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.